Good morning. Really glad you dropped by today. I have some ideas that I would like to share with you. I have a confession. Like many of you, I have a lot of Christmas paper that I have not used. Or actually, there's lots of paper. It's really pretty. It doesn't quite go with the idea that I have at the time, so I set it aside. And then as a result, I have some beautiful papers that I'm going to be using today that I know you have too. So I've discovered some videos online like yourself, and I've kind of altered them a little bit to work for me. So I hope that these work for you as well, and that you enjoy just playing with paper and turning them into gift bags. So let's just get started. So we're going to be working on 4 gift bags today. And I'm going to start with the smallest one because this is 12 by 12 and you can get 2 gift bags out of it. But the reason I want to start with this one is because it is directional. So we want to make sure that we have the trees going the right way. So in my mind, what I want to do is start at the top. So you have a smaller fold at the very top, and the other 3 are exactly the same. So if I start at the top, then I know I've got the right direction. So for this card, or for this box, gift bag, it is going to be, I'm going to do the smallest one first. So this is the scoring board, this is the stylist that has 2 ends on it, and I found the bigger one will not rip your paper, so we don't want to be doing that. So the first score line is going to be 3/4 of an inch. And then the other 3 are going to be 1.5. So we've got 1.5 there, 1.5, 1.5, and 1.5. So there we go. We've got 4 score lines on that. So let's do the same thing again. 3/4 at the top, and then we want 1.5, 1.5, and 1.5. Okay, so we're just going to set this aside because we don't need it again until we do the next one. So the best thing to do is to just give them a little fold first. And I'm going to again start at the top because I don't want to confuse myself. So it's a good fold. So to get out of the way, I'm going to glue. Now you can use double-sided tape, which works, but then for the video that's a lot of pulling, and I didn't want to do that. So we're going to do this, but you can also use your tape runner. But surprisingly, this glue works really quick. And of course the trick is to keep it off your fingers. Okay, so now we have the beginning of our card. Okay, so now take your paper and we'll just give it a extra fold, and we want it to be straight. There we go. Okay, so do the same thing with your other piece. Now all of these gift bags are going to be made the same. So after you see it a few times, you will really get it all together. It'll come together. But I will leave the directions below. Okay, so one piece will always have the squares cut out from the bottom. And you know we don't like to get rid of our pieces, so we'll keep them for a second. The other one is only one cut. And then we're going, the one that the squares are staying, just give it a little tapered cut. That way there's no extra bulky pieces. And it just, certainly a professional look. Okay, so our tops and our tops. And so there we've got both sides already. So we're going to glue the bottom. Now I'm going to show you, you can take these little pieces and either use them for a tag, but they're pretty small, or you can just give it a little extra support in the bottom in case there's like a really heavy gift in there. Okay, so we've got that glued. That just gives it a little extra support. So something I was watching when I'm making these is that now you have a bit of a seam on this one side. Okay, so you want to keep all your seams, let's say, to the back. So in order to do that, we need to go this way first. Yes, this way first. Okay, so fold in your tabs, glue, glue. Okay, so okay, now this one I'm going to glue on the inside so it covers up this tab. And that way all of your seams are on one side. So we have the bottom seam and the two back sides. Okay, and the glue is surprisingly quick at drying. So the next thing that I did, I'll just give it a second here, is I purchased a paper punch. And for all of these, so that I got them even, I gave it a little fold. And I punched them at the same time so that they can be straight. And it helps if you put it in the right spot. Okay. And this one. So I've just lined it up. And there we have two holes. And then you pick a ribbon that you like. And we know we have lots of ribbon. So this turned out to be very festive. It is iridescent trim. So how I measured it was whatever length your box is, just double it for one handle. And then of course you need two, so you double it again or make two the same. Then this ribbon is amazing because it's nice and thick, it's sparkly, and it is perfect. Just tie a little knot on each corner or each end. Okay. Okay, there we go. Isn't that the cutest little bag? We'll put it up the right way. And of course you could put a gift tag and all of that, but that you can put that together very easily. So there is bag number 1. So the next one, and that is 6 by 6. So this one here, the next size, is 8 by 8. And it is directional as well. So let's get our scoring board. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to make sure that we do the top first. And these measurements are 1 inch at the top. Whoops, I don't even have it the right way here. There we go. 1 inch at the top. Oh, that's not what I want. One inch at the top. And all 3 corners or sides are going to be 2 inches. 2, 2, and 2. Then we'll do the other piece, the top being the directional. So we're going to do 1, and then 2, 2, and 2. Okay. Now again, for me, what I found the best is to do my top first, because I don't need to confuse myself. Which, you know, we can do that. And these papers are beautiful. This glue dries nice and quick, but if you prefer to use the double-sided tape, by all means do that. By using the bone folder, it really reinforces the fold and makes it nice and smooth. Okay, so now I know I've got it going in the right direction. Next thing I need to do is do the folding of our 3 sides. So fold it first by hand, making sure that we get it nice and straight. And when you, there we go. Okay, so there's 1. Oops, get over there. Now, I know I've made a bit of a mistake here in my measurements because the pieces should meet in the middle. But you know what? That's okay, because this will be folded and you won't even see that. So you just pretend you didn't see that. Okay, so 1, we are going to cut the squares out in the middle, or on the edge. Then the second piece, we cut only one on each top part of the square, and then a little triangle. I think it just cuts down on the bulk when you're folding it in. Okay. So let's line up our pieces. Make sure we've got it all right. And then again, I'm just going to put these pieces in there for extra, and because you know we really don't need any more pieces lying around because we don't want to throw them out. I know, you never know what we could use it for, but here we found the purpose right away. Okay, so that's in there. So the goal that I want to do for each one of these gift bags is to make sure that all the seams are at one side. So here's our seam here. So we want to make sure that I get it there. Maybe we'll try that. Okay, so let's put glue on these end pieces. And if you leave your paper on a flat surface, these pieces will just fold in nicely. Okay, here we go. Glue. Try to get it on the corners. Then you fold it up. Just give it a little extra hold. And again, I'm so impressed at how quickly this glue falls, you know, holds together. So again, there's the seam and our two seams at the back. Just give it a second there. And I, again, give it a little fold, like that. Then take your punch. Make sure I do it right this way, this time. And I'm sliding it, so I'm using the fold itself as a guide. And making sure that I lined it up the best that I can. Then we take, actually some blue ribbon would be nice for that, wouldn't it? But I don't have blue ribbon here, so we're going to use this again. So again, to measure it, the length times 2 for one handle, then measure the same length for the other, and look how sparkly that is. Can you see that? That is so pretty. But we have so many beautiful beautiful ribbons. Okay. So, you know, when we make these bags and they look so pretty, we have to remember to use them as gift bags and not to hoard them because they are so pretty. Now look at that. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so there's number 2. The next one is not directional. so it doesn't matter where our top goes, but if you have a preference, you certainly can use that. So we need our bone folder again. I will put the measurements on this. So this is 10 by 10, and again I do the top first, which is going to be 1 1/4. So that's the top. So once you get your top done, then all the rest, this is 2 1/2, 2 1/2, and 2 1/2. There we go. So the top is 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 1/2, and 2 1/2. See, once you get these, you get it, you like your sizes cut, and your you get it in your head, the directions that you need. It is really quick to put together. Okay, so our top we're going to do first. Our top, and what it's so nice because there's designs on both of our papers. There's always a lovely border that goes with it. Okay, so we'll fold it first, yes. And we'll fold this one. And then our bottom one. The next one, we will do the same thing. We will fold one side, the other side, and the bottom. So, first thing we're going to do, one square out, another square out, the other one we just do the inside, and then we cut our little piece there. Oops, it doesn't matter, this doesn't have to be straight, as you can see. But maybe after I make a few more of these, I'll get more precise, but you know. Okay, so we're going to put it together, line it up. First thing, we're going to use our little pieces. You know, you can use them as tags, but I am just showing you another thing to use them with, so just cut it down a little bit. But again, a little piece in there, give it some extra strength, and it matches because it's the piece that we've just taken off. But it does give it a little bit more support. So then we're going to glue this, lining it up. Okay. Now, again, I found if I put the seam on my left here, then my goal is to make sure that the back seam is on my left as well. But after you do a few, you'll find out what works for you. Now, see, I'm going to put it this way. Okay. And by putting that on the inside, you do cover up that little flap. And as they get bigger, of course, there's more glue and more to let it, you know, come together for you. Just give that glue a second. It doesn't take long at all. Okay, all our seams are in the back. Take a little fold and a little punch. Then we take our double the size, double our size. I'm sure I could measure them, but that would be probably a little bit too accurate. You can put 2 knots in there if you're finding that it'll slip out too easily. Okay. I just cannot get over how pretty using this beautiful paper for gift bags is. But what a nice way of using up our paper. So there we go. And you see that nice shimmer in there, in our handle and in the paper. Oh my goodness. These are not something that if you were going to sell them, you'd sell them for a lot of, I mean, you know, they're at least $50. And you know what? You don't want to give them to just anybody. But look at how practical they are. I love them. Okay, the last one I'm going to do is the 12 by 12 paper. And look at that. It's beautiful. Okay, so now these ones are just a little bit bigger, but again, it's the same idea. So there's no directional on it. And I'm going to do 1.5 for the top, and the others are 3, so this bag is going to be quite a bit bigger. 3, 3, and 3. 1.5. 3, 3, and 3. And I know you're getting the hang of it now. So here we go, our top. And my bone folder is right here. Okay, so we give that a nice fold. Our 1.5 is here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is glue our top. And of course, by doing this, you know which direction everything's going. So it's just an added bonus that we know what we're doing. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our bone folder. And this also gives this a chance to get, you know, extra folding on there as well. A more secure fold. Our bottom. Whoops. And of course the other side would look beautiful, but we really want these beautiful sparkles. And snowflakes. Okay. So the first one, we are going to cut out the corner. Then we have the other corner. Then this one, we are going to cut the top part of the square. And our little engineering feet here. It does help it lay flat though. Okay, we'll line them up. Okay, got it lined up. And we're going to add our little squares here. Just cut it a little bit so that it fits better. You can use any kind of paper, and a matching gift tag would be beautiful. But gift tags are for another day. Okay. Now, my seam is there. So we are going to do this. Lift it up. Fold it on there. And our seam will be right here. And there we go. Okay, we've got it right. Got it right. And you know, the seam isn't that noticeable, but it's just, you know, one of those things that when you see you didn't get the seams all in one spot, a little frustrating. But that was with the practicing of making the bags. And I've probably made at least 20, almost enough for all of my Christmas. Okay, so if you miss a little bit of glue, just get it on there. Of course, the bigger bag is more noticeable when we don't quite get it right. But that's why I left it to the end, because we have done such a great job. Okay, now we're just going to fold. Again, that just gives it a nice finish. And you can fold it all the way down so that you can fold it flat. But I don't, I'm going to as soon as I get these done, I'm going to use them as Christmas gift bags, so I don't need to fold them and put them away. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, and you know you can use any ribbon that you have. And I know that you have lots of ribbon, because that's just what we do. All these beautiful ribbons, these beautiful papers. But I think this is a great way to use them. And if you only have one paper, you can use the smaller bag, because you can get 2 6-inch or 4 6-inch pieces out of the 12 by 12. So all is not lost. And the rest of the paper, you probably have 2 pieces to make our bags. So there we go. I think that each one of these bags is so pretty. Even the tiny little one. Love them, love them. So practical, so easy to make. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for dropping by. Let me know how your bags turn out, because they do take a little bit of practice. I've made a few, you know, glued the wrong pieces or whatever, but you know, just practice with even a blank paper to get the idea. Anyway, enjoy, have fun. Thank you for coming by, for your kind comments and your likes and subscriptions. So have a great week, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.